of his game, and that's why he's getting the nod tonight in the starting lineup.
Let's play some basketball. CSU Pueblo going to win the tap. Thunderwolves wearing blue uniforms, red numbers, white trim. Dixie State in the home whites. It will be Oldham finding Liggett.
Oldham, their lead score, 16 a night.
Into the 7-footer. They're going to try to take advantage of the size and a turnaround left-hand hook shot for the big man Harvey Barr, and he scores 2-0 lead for CSU Pueblo.
Yeah, the left hand and the kiss off the window, that was a sensational shot. He's got the size, but showed you the touch.
Absolutely, and if he can do that consistently, that could cause some problems for Dixie State throughout this game. Dixie State's first offensive possession, they'll bounce to Dub Price. 15 feet from the bucket, left side, they give him space, misses the jumper. The big man, the 7-footer Barr with the rebound. Here come the Thunderbolts. They're going to pass quickly ahead to Sang. Kick it back out. Here's Gilbert, the freshman. Gilbert out of Highland Ranch, Colorado. Now to Oldham, the offensive leader of this squad, although Liggett, a very good three-point shooter as well. Oldham, three-point land left side to Liggett into the corner. Looking into the big man, can't get it to him. Here's Gilbert finding Sang. Free throw line, good defense by Wade Miller. He'll hang, can't hit. Wade Miller the rebound. Good defense by Dixie State.
Yeah, they were down to a second left. He had to just flip it up and hope it would go down.
Here's Frampton inside Conway. One dribble stolen away by Liggett. He snuck out of nowhere and stripped that one. Ahead to Gilbert. Three-pointer left wing too strong. Conway the rebound.
Normally rebound and run, but that time not in a big hurry.
Pagenkopf drives to the baseline left side, then kicks it back out the swing to Miller. Right wing three on the way. Bang! Same shot as last night, and he hits it. 3-2 lead for Dixie State.
Yeah, and caught it in rhythm. The nice extra pass to find him. When he's set, easy to rip the cords with that three.
Dixie State a 3-2 advantage, 18:05 to go. Welcome into tonight's broadcast. Wade Miller, the help side steal on the big man. Here come the Trailblazers. With a 3-2 lead, it's Frampton. He'll slow it up, leave it for Conway. Conway to Miller left wing, and he threw it away. Pagenkopf was cutting. He threw it away. Gilbert the steal, and he'll lay it up and in transition. 4-2, CSU Pueblo lead.
Yeah, easy transition bucket there. A little careless turnovers leading to fast break points for Pueblo. They need those on the road if they want to try to win this basketball game.
Dixie State trailing by one, 17:35 to go. We welcome you into tonight's broadcast, TV, radio, and internet. Our first broadcast of the year on ESPN Radio 97.7. Inside Conway, lays it up and in. Good no call by the official. Sang tried to go to the ground and draw the call, but Conway going to get the bucket.
Yeah, he's got a high motor, but that time he tried to sell the charge, and he didn't get it. An easy bucket for Conway.
5-4, Dixie State back up on top. Second lead change already. Check that third lead change. Big man, left-hand floater again from the left side, and he scores. Barr with 4 points.
Wow.
7'1" center out of England.
Harvey Barr, you got to make him go right, it looks like. That's 2 times he's went left and scored.
16:50 to go in the first. A 6-5 CSU Pueblo lead. Trying to lob it into Conway. Tapped away. Back to Pagenkopf. Kicks to Miller. Another three right wing. No, too strong. Oldham the rebound for the Thunderbolts.
I like Pagenkopf there, kicking it out to Bubba, though. Already hit one. Pretty good look again. Pagenkopf didn't want to challenge the 7-1 center. That's a good decision. Just didn't hit the shot.
They go to Barr. He's got it on the right side. Kicks to Oldham. Right wing. Bounces to Gilbert. Three-point land straight away. Remind you, this is CSU Pueblo squad playing without 3 starters. They look pretty good in the early going. Gilbert kicking to Oldham. Fumbles, regains, inside, hangs, hits. 8-5 lead for CSU Pueblo.
Could have probably caught it and shot it, but instead puts it on the bounce. Takes the contact just a little bit, and then nice soft touch. Gets the friendly bounce in the middle of the key.
Here's Miller. Bouncing to Conway. Under 16, media timeout coming next whistle. Pagenkopf to Dub Price. Looking into Conway. Catches, shot blocked by Harvey Barr. 7'1". He's going to wreak some havoc tonight on Dixie State. Sang loses. Oh, no. They're going to call a foul against Dub Price. Oh, no. They're going to call a foul against Dub Price. It looked like Sang just lost it. Dub thought he had the steal. That's what he's having a discussion with the official.
Well, and the underneath official pointed to the outside official, like, did you see something I didn't? Because the underneath man did not have a foul call there. So, tough one there against Dub. I thought he played pretty good and was moving his feet, trying to take away that baseline. But pretty good start for Pueblo on the road with that 3-point lead.
15:45 to go in the first. 8-5 Pueblo lead. Let's take just a 30 timeout. Right back on the Trailblazer Basketball Network.
From surgical suites to patient rooms to conference rooms. In scrubs, suits, or sneakers. With stethoscopes, computer code, or mops. We are all caregivers. Intermountain Healthcare. Healing for life.
.45 to go. Dixie State trailing 8-5 in the early going. Trailblazers 40% from the field in Devon. CSU Pueblo blistering 66, almost 67% from the field at 4 of 6.
Yeah, and they're about a 45% field goal clip on the season. That's still a really good number, but you got to think that that's going to kind of come down back to earth a little bit later. Dixie State, though, has had some contested shots, but when you're 7-1 and you've got the touch, that's tough to defend, and Barr's got 2 early buckets.
CSU Pueblo has lost 6 consecutive games, but they're out to a good start tonight. 8-5, 95-89 loss at Westminster last night. And I was talking to the radio guy for CSU Pueblo. He's here tonight, and he felt like Pueblo had Westminster right where they wanted him, kind of got gassed. Game went to overtime, and Westminster dominated in overtime and won that game.
But they look fresh. They, obviously it'll be real interesting to see how the legs are in the second half.
A couple of changes. Near side, Harvey steps into a deep 3. Good defense by Dixie State. Wade Miller the rebound. Miller into the corner. Andre Wilson is in the game. Julian Decree also checked in during the timeout. 14:49 remaining. Here's Pagankoff. Gives to Wilson. Wade Miller bouncing into Decree. Ill-advised pass is tipped, taken away. CSU Pueblo steal.
Right idea to go to the bounce, but it delivered it where it could be poked away. Needed to kind of get it away from the defender who was guessing which side to try to guess and poke from.
Dixie State trying to get a steal on the other end. Doug Price, a tip on the end line. Could not come up with it.
Well, Doug
16 to shoot.
He anticipated that. He left his man as that high lob went, and darn near got to it.
Now lob inside. Oldham at the bucket, missed the layup. Julian Decree the rebound. Good look for Oldham. Couldn't get it to stay down.
That's as good as you can draw it up. Just got to finish.
Pagankoff into the right corner. Andre Wilson pops the 3. It rims out, tipped around, and CSU Pueblo rebound. Looked like Wade Miller was going to have that rebound and possibly a clean layup, but it was tapped by one of his teammates out to CSU Pueblo. Looking inside is CSU Pueblo. Cade Carroll. Top of the key now, Oldham. 3-pointer straight away, knocks it in.
Yeah, there's your leading scorer this season. 16 points tonight, and he's crafty, but that time just a pick and pop, and he's outside, and obviously you got to defend, but he has the ultimate green light. Dixie State's got to find him every defensive possession.
Dupree holding, driving inside, off the window, no, good look, couldn't get it to go, rebound CSU Pueblo. 11-5, Thunderwolves lead at 13:30 to play here in the first. Out of control as we go back up the floor. Oldham, a heat check 3 from the right left wing, couldn't get it to go. Pagankoff chases down the long rebound for Dixie State. Inside, off the window, no. Ball is loose. Bodies hitting the floor everywhere. And a foul going to be called to CSU Pueblo back up the floor. Who do they call it against? It's going to be Wade Miller.
Full Celtics first. Substitutions coming again for Coach Judd, because this is a deep team.
Yep. Dason Youngblood into the game.
Played well
Younger
last
brother
night.
of
Taylor
Youngblood, and he played phenomenally last night. He had a fantastic game. Didn't score at the most points, but he's a good scorer, but a very pesky defender, just like his older brother was. There's a lot of good things. CSU Pueblo with it, 19 to shoot. It's Oldham holding 3-point land straight away. Now to Carroll. Carroll, top of the key to Oldham. Another 3, in and out. Cameron Chatwin the rebound for Dixie State.
Good contest, though, by Conway. Put a hand in his face.
Here's Chatwin, catches, and makes. 3-pointer straight away, knocks it in. A Dutch trucking 3 ball. Dixie State within 3 at 11-8.
And you come in and you knock that down, that's a good sign. Caught it in rhythm, didn't hesitate. I like that.
Here's Jonathan Hall, 6'11". Boy, CSU Pueblo got some tall players on the roster. Oldham, to the near side, B.J. Harvey. Driving inside, runs over Andre Wilson. He gets a block, but no foul call. Now Cameron Chatwin going to get hit with a blocking foul, and it's the right call. Chatwin just there late.
Yeah, maybe could have been a charge called earlier.
Yes.
But no call. Let him play. I don't mind as long as the officials are consistent. Don't mind that at all. But I don't know. I mean, was he set? Was he just maybe moving a little bit that first time? I thought that charge could have happened on that first chance. I thought Wilson did a good job. But then the second time, certainly Chatwin was out of position and moving.
Cade Carroll, first free throw is up and in. He's an 82% free throw shooter, now 19 of 23 on the season. And a 12-8 CSU Pueblo lead, 12-19 remaining. Cade Carroll out of Buena Vista, Colorado. Buena Vista High School, the freshman. Knocked both of them in. He's got 2, and it's a 5-point lead. 13-8 for the visitors.
Yeah, Dixie State only shooting 33% from the field so far.
Conway, near side to Zach Frampton. Frampton top of the key for Andre Wilson. Inside to Conway. Spinning to the right, floating with the right, in and out. Rebound Sang and CSU Pueblo.
Juddy likes that shot, though. You know, middle of the key, turnaround 10-footer. That's a high percentage shot for Conway. Just spun out.
Here is Isaiah Clazel-Reese. I'm just going to refer to him as just the last name Reese from here on out. Full name's a tongue twister. Dixie State a tip and out of bounds. No, they're going to say off of Reese and out of bounds. Trailblazers will get it back. And that'll take us to the media. 11:43 to play. Dixie State a 13-8 deficit. We'll see what they draw up in the timeout to try to come back in this game. 60-second timeout and back on the Trailblazer Basketball Network.
Camping World is here to help you connect to adventure and explore the outdoors with friends and family. Offering new and pre-owned RVs to fit every budget and thousands of parts and accessories for any need. Camping World has it all. With over 130 supercenters nationwide, you're never far from America's #1 RV dealer. No matter where your adventures take you, whether you need an RV, parts, or service, Camping World is here to help you every step of the way. Visit Camping World in St. George or shop campingworld.com today.
There is a place where the sun doesn't hide in the winter, where the greens stay green and the crimson canyons still glow. There is a place where dimples determine destiny, and a tiny wooden tee holds the outcome in the balance. There is a place where we drive for show, putt for dough, and settle the score with another round. There is a place.
Trailblazers 30% from the field. CSU Pueblo has cooled off a little bit. Timeout's brought to you by Catering Concepts. Dixie State trailing 13-8, 11:43 to go. What have you seen so far in this game, Devin, that's kind of jumping out at you?
Well, you know, 9 different guys have came in, and obviously really a lot of outside jump shots. You know, the 7-footer out there again now on defense after a quick breather, but not a lot in the paint. Only 2 points in the paint for the Trailblazers so far.
Wilson, they lived in the paint last night. Conway, no, it's Frampton, in the left corner. Skip pass to Wilson. Trailblazers logo right side. Dribbles inside the arc. Man, if you get that right foot back, it would have been a 3. A long 2 for Andre Wilson.
Still a good stroke considering it looked like he kind of misstepped or he maybe even slipped a little bit, but Wilson knocks it down from about 20 feet out.
Tyson Gilbert back into the game for CSU Pueblo. Over to Sang. Sang back to Gilbert, the freshman, for 3 straight away off the left side. Andre Wilson the rebound. 13-10. Dixie State can tie with a 3 here. Wilson leaves for Dason Youngblood. Whips it around to Frampton. Deep 2. No, it's a 3 left corner. Rims out. Tapped around. Out of bounds. Off of CSU Pueblo. Trailblazers will have a fresh 30.
Yeah, I like to pass to the corner to get Frampton that 3. Looked like a little knuckleball. Didn't kind of get the rotation and the spin off the fingertips, and he missed it, but new life here after losing it out of bounds off the Thunderwolves.
Youngblood will trigger baseline left side out to Wilson. You saw this lineup a lot down the stretch of yesterday's game. Chatwin to Wilson. Left side 3. Too strong. Rebound to the big man, Harvey Barr, back in, the 7'1" center out of England.
Yeah, all extra passes there. Trailblazers just not knocking that down. That was a good left wing 3. Just couldn't find the range.
Here's Liggett to the free throw line for Carroll. 3 ball straight away, airballed it, just left it short, was not tipped. Left it short, out of bounds, back to Dixie State.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to shoot it before he even got it. Just a little bit too quick to pull the trigger there, and not a good rotation out of the hand. Trailblazers a chance here to maybe tie it up.
Here's Youngblood. Conway, open look for three. He'll pull the trigger, and he splashes it home, and that's trucking three.
Yeah, he can play inside. He can play outside. This is a guy that leads in scoring around 17 points a game. He's been a pleasant new addition to this lineup for Coach John Judkins.
You're tied at 13. It's kind of what happened yesterday. Highlands got out to the 12-5 lead. Tonight it was 11-5. And you don't panic. Gradually chip away back into this thing. Here's Sang for three left wing. No. Bounces around. Dixie State the rebound. And Dason Youngblood, I'm going to be brutally honest here. I hate that call.
Well, he turns.
Youngblood has he can't do anything differently. He didn't even give him a step.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, it's crafty by saying he got the whistle, but they really shouldn't have called that because he did not have time to turn and avoid the contact.
It's freedom of movement. They're preaching that. It's the new emphasis this year. And he catches, he's got one step. Are you telling me that you can change directions in one step? There's nothing else he can do.
And he sees the contact coming. He's trying to get rid of the basketball. That's tough for Youngblood. He didn't do anything wrong.
And Barr's going to get called for an offensive foul. Pushing off on Conway, so they kind of evens out, goes the other way. I don't like to speak out too much about that, and that's not necessarily about the officials. It's just I've seen that called in other games before, too. I just hate that call in particular.
Yeah, bang play. Tough one to make.
Game tied at 13. Dixie State back with it, so really no harm done other than a foul against Youngblood. Dub Price trying to kiss it off the window. Couldn't get it to go. Harvey Barr the rebound for Pueblo.
And Dub loves that shot. That's his shot. That little 12-footer, trying to use the bank, but it's a little too strong off the back window.
Here's Liggett inside to Carroll. Gets a defender off his feet. It's Conway that left his feet. Easy layup for Cade Carroll.
Yeah, and I like that early pump fake, and then went to a power dribble, and then set and went up strong.
15-13. Conway trying to answer. He drives right past Carroll, and Carroll will pick up the foul. No, they're going to call it on Liggett. Excuse me. His second team foul here in the first half. 8:55 remaining. 15-13 CSU Pueblo lead.
Yeah, both teams having trouble finding consistent rhythm on offense so far in this first half, with a little bit lower scoring affair.
Dub Price to Zach Frampton. Pagankoff, three straight away. Falls to the deck, no foul called. Dub Price offensive rebound, his putback is blocked. And here comes Tyson Gilbert. Gilbert to Liggett. Liggett, right wing, cut off by Frampton, loses, regains, 20 to shoot. They'll center it with Tyson Gilbert and reset it. Here's Sang. Sang to Gilbert. Gilbert with 12 to shoot. Shot clock under 10 now to 9 and 8. Gilbert backs up, calls for a screen from the big man. Dribbles around it. Three ball straight away. No. Offensive rebound. Barr. Put back. No. Blocking foul will put Barr at the free throw line.
Yeah, really good job defensively. I mean, Tyson Gilbert didn't have anybody open. He dribbled a long time, then takes a deep 24-foot three. That's what you want. But there's the 7-foot Harvey Barr getting that offensive rebound. Tough to box out with that much length where he can just go up over the top. The biggest Trailblazer out on the court right now goes about 6'8", so definitely giving up a little bit of size to the big man.
Referees having a discussion on the far side. I don't know, maybe about whether did the foul occur in the act of shooting? Yes, it did. They're going to give him 2 shots. Barr just a 59% free throw shooter, so I think maybe you'd rather just take your chances with the free throws. Misses the first.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of a smaller lineup, and that's why Juddy's going to go to get Julian Decree off the bench.
Conway took an elbow. It's incidental. Barr just trying to, and that's what Coach Winters is having a discussion with on the near side. Conway took an elbow to the face. I don't think it's intentional, but Barr makes the second free throw. I think that's the difference in height right there.
Yeah.
Conway's eye level with Barr's elbow. A lob to Julian Decree. He'll catch. Go back up. Two-hand flush. 16-15. Pueblo on top by 1.
Well, and Frampton right there thought he was going to alley-oop it, but Julian was too far away, so he catches it, collects himself, then goes ahead and two-hand slams it. Nice decision by Decree not to try to catch that on the alley-oop.
That was a Trevor Hill play right
there.
That'd have been Trevor. That'd have been alley-oop all the way.
Still a good pass, though.
Oh, yeah. He got the lob and he got the dunk. That's all we're asking for. 16-15. Trailblazers, a 1-point lead. Liggett is bumped and fouled. by Zach Frampton. Frampton saying, what happened? And Juddy saying, you reached your hands. You put his hands on him. That's what happened. 16-15, Dixie State trailing by 1. 7:33 to go in the first. Back and forth contest. We'll get one more look at that dunk. Decree, the catch, the flush. 60-second timeout and back on the Trailblazer Basketball Network.
I'm Jimmy. This is my definition of fresh since 1983.
At Kneaders, we start simple, making bread from scratch with just a handful of ingredients. It's not the easy way, but it's worth it. Honest bread made without shortcuts. When you come to Kneaders, every loaf of bread, every sandwich starts here. Yes, it takes more time, but that's why we get an early start. Stop by today for dine-in, takeout, or drive-through.
$7:33 to play. Dixie State trailing 16-15. It was a three-point deficit, but a great look inside from Zach Frampton to Julian Decree. Caught through it home with two hands.
Yeah, Trailblazers right now 3 of 8 from beyond the arc, 37%. And even worse from the field, 6 of 18, 33%. But they've brought the defense this last 7 minutes as they've held the Thunderwolves to just 6 of 17 now in the first half, 35%.
CSU Pueblo down to 9 to shoot. Here's Gilbert to Sang, right wing. Skip pass. Liggett, left wing three. He's a shooter, misses that one. Fight for the ball. Dub Price will come up with the outlet pass to Pagenkopf. Here comes Dixie State. Pagenkopf behind the back dribble to Frampton. Left wing, pump fake, leaves with Dub Price. To Julian Decree, threw it away.
Maybe Frampton go ahead and catch that skip and shoot it. It's hard to want to get all the way to the rim right now with Harvey Barr down inside because he's so big. And the tallest player on the court right now is Julian Decree, and he goes about 6'9". But look at him. He's 3 inches taller or shorter at least than Barr.
They're going with Julian Decree to see if he can body up with him a little bit. Match height with strength. Here's Oldham. Free throw line. Gives to Cade Carroll. One of a couple freshmen seeing extended playing time for CSU Pueblo. They're going to reset the clock back out to 20 on the kick by Wade Miller.
One thing that was so impressive in the Trailblazers win last night was the rebounding differential, Carrick. And right now in this game, pretty even, dead even. 12 rebounds for each team so far. And then the score pretty even, too.
Dixie State is steal. Oldham dribbled off his leg. Pagenkopf in transition. Lays it up and in with the left hand. Dixie State a 17-16 lead.
I like how he dipped into the key toward the defender, then went away from the left hand. No chance to block that shot.
There's Gilbert for CSU Pueblo going to try to set it up. Thunderwolves will try to answer. Liggett, three-point land straight away. To the near side, Gilbert. Gilbert to the end line, dribbles all the way around the end line, reverses it out to Liggett, three-point land straight away, knocks it in.
Yeah, and Gilbert right there going all the way under. That created a little bit of space out top. And that's the best look Liggett's got all night, and he made the Trailblazer defense pay.
19-17, CSU Pueblo a 2-point lead, 5:50 remaining. They'll bounce into Decree. 15 feet from the bucket on the baseline right side. Backing in on Barr, left-hand floater, no, good shot. Couldn't get it to go, ball is loose. Still loose. Decree trying to dive for it. Couldn't get it. That'll bring the crowd to its feet still. Here's Liggett. Pulls up. Deep three right wing. No, too strong. Oldham offensive rebound. Pueblo resets.
Deep three. The fans familiar with Jimmer Fredette. That was his range. He stopped and popped that one for about 28 feet.
Dub Price battling with Liggett. He's got a steal. Liggett dives on him. No foul call. Frampton's got it now. And now they're going to call a foul against Gilbert. Probably should have called the foul against Liggett first. But Gilbert going to pick it up with 5:16 left.
You love the intensity both ways. Dub right there didn't get it, but then it goes between the legs. He goes down, and he kind of got hit in the head by Liggett. But then Gilbert clearly landing on Frampton, and they caught it the second time. But I love the hustle by both teams.
I tell you, these early conference games, you get into conference play, and the whole field just changes.
Every game matters.
It just, Pagankoff, top of the key for Dub Price. Three-pointer straight away, too strong. Oldham the rebound. CSU Pueblo hauls it in.
Oldham a little quiet. I mean, 5 points. He leads the way, but hasn't got a lot of shot-offs. He's just 2 of 5.
Cade Carroll spinning inside, and he'll get fouled. Hacked on the arm by Julian Decree. 2 free throws coming for the freshman from Buena Vista, Colorado.
Yeah, and he's a guy that got to the stripe, got a couple there. Sometimes when you do that early in the game, that helps you. And then you go attack mode like that, trying to get all the way to the rim.
Carroll free throw, missed it. Pushed it strong for the season, 82% for Cade Carroll. Tonight, he is 2 for 3 now for the stripe. We'll get one more. On the way, and he splashes it home. 6 points for Cade Carroll, a 3-point Pueblo lead, 20-17, 4:50 to go. Andre Wilson, right corner. Dupree, top of the key to Dub Price. 17-footer, right wing, no. All tapped around and saved in. CSU Pueblo with it. Here's Oldham. Driving in, kicks it back out, Liggett. Just inside the arc, right corner, and he knocks it in. Made that first one, and now he's feeling it.
Yeah, no doubt. And I love the fact he passed on the 3, cleared some space, got a better look, and buried the deep 2.
22-17, Dixie State trailing by 5 again. They're battling all the way back and taking the lead. 4:13 remaining in the first. Wilson will bounce to Pagankoff. He's calling for it, and he jumps it over the big man and scores it.
Yeah,
the big man didn't know what to do out that far.
Yeah, didn't want to turn and extend too far. I don't think he thought Pagankoff was going to knock it down, but I like the quick release. Little baseline, about 12-footer, buried it.
22-19, Dixie State back within 3, 3:50 remaining. Here's Oldham. Leaving for Carroll. Carroll to Gilbert.
Got a 4 on the shot clock.
5 and 4, driving inside, and he's fouled. Bailed out with a foul, and free throws coming for Tyson Gilbert, and it will be Dub Price, his second.
Yeah, Julian wasn't sure if he should come off and help, so Dub did, reached in there and got caught. Quick move off the dribble, though, to go attack mode with the shot clock winding down. You'd rather force the deep 3 in that situation, but Gilbert's got some speed off the dribble.
Under 4 media timeout, 3:33 to play, 22-19, Dixie State, a 3-point deficit. 60-second timeout and back on the Trailblazer Basketball Network.
Call it a path. Or a way through. It can be arrow straight or have twists and turns. It's life's financial journey, and Mountain America Credit Union is here to guide you every step of the way. With timely advice and affordable products, this is your journey. Let's begin together. We're Mountain America, guiding you forward.
.33 to go. Dixie State trailing 22-19, and Tyson Gilbert going to have a pair of free throws, and he's having a discussion with the referee. He's not sure what about it. He got the call, but having the discussion, now he's going to get a couple of freebies.
Yeah, I think Juddy emphasizing the offense in that timeout. I think he wants the guys to attack Harvey Barr, even though he's big. I think that he wants them to go through him, try to get him in foul trouble, or maybe even go around him, give that pump fake, get him off his feet. Right there, Dub reach in. Great shot from our CEC TV crew, and he did get some arm there. I think that's probably a good call.
Second free throw on the way, too strong, and the big man with the rebound. Pueblo will reset, 23-19 lead. Dixie State trailing by 4.
Fourth offensive rebound of the game so far for the Thunderwolves.
Carroll holding on the right wing, guarded by Conway. Will whip it over to Gilbert. Left wing 3 on the way and in. Next thing you know, it's a 7-point lead again.
Yeah, and those are huge second chance points. Dixie State, Carrick, no second chance points so far in this game.
26-19. Trailblazers trailing by 7. 3 minutes to go. Here's Wilson, left corner, driving to the end line. Pulls up, 15-footer on the way, rims out. Harvey Barr taking it away from everybody, including his own teammates.
You're just a squirrel trying to get a nut. I'm the big guy. Give me that rebound.
Hey, I need that. Pad my stats here. Here's Oldham to Liggett. Pump fake. Drives inside. Leaves for Gilbert. Nope. Doesn't take the 3. Gives to Oldham. He will. Left wing on the way and in. 10-point CSU Pueblo lead. Dixie State wants a timeout. Coach Judkins said, well, that went from bad to worse.
Yeah, Juddy knows, 10-point, largest lead of the night. He wants to talk things over. And he was pretty fired up, pretty animated. I mean, Juddy's always under control. He's always coaching, but not happy with the way things are going tonight, especially after how well they played last night. Pretty disappointing start. Obviously, still a lot of basketball left here inside the Burns Arena tonight.
It's a 7-0 run. We're going to keep it right here through the timeout. Remind you, they're brought to you by Catering Concepts. 7-0 run for CSU Pueblo over just the last minute and a half. You can take that back even further, about the last 4 minutes, Devin. A 13-2 run for CSU Pueblo. The Trailblazers have only scored 2 points about the last 4 minutes. They're 1 of their last 5 from the field.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And really, you got to go inside. If it's not there, the big guy is going to alter your shot, then you know what? Draw him to you and then get an open kick out for 3. I'm telling you, they got to try to get him a little bit of foul trouble because he's got the Dixie State offensive players thinking right now about how big he is downstairs.
Dub Price to Pagankoff, 2:24 until halftime. This first half feels like it's flown by. Here's Wilson. Pagankoff to Dub Price, mid-post left side. Wade Miller back into the game for the first time in a while. Price spinning inside. What do we got? Foul against Pueblo. Is it going to be Gilbert? Yes, it will. Reaching in and get the foul.
Yeah, and the big man sitting right back behind, waiting to try to block that shot. They're using him deep down inside. He doesn't go too far out of the paint, as we saw when Frampton hit that little baseline shot, and he didn't really extend out. He wants to stay down inside.
Too bad they don't have that defensive 3-second call in college. Would help in this game. Wilson inside shot blocked by guess who? Harvey Barr.
You got to pump fake. You got to go through him. You got to go up into him, draw contact.
CSU Pueblo the other way with a 10-point lead and trying to add to it before the break. Carroll into the left corner to Barr.
Woo!
Spinning inside, shot blocked by Cameron Chatwin. There may have been some contact. I think they let that one go. It looked like Barr hooked Chatwin on the way in, so no harm done. Wade Miller left wing 3 the other way, no. Dub Price offensive rebound, put back, yes, and 1.
Soft touch there by Dub. There's some second chance points. The quick elbow 3 by Bubba, but Dub, right place, right time. Caught that rebound right at the free throw line. Somebody fell down in the middle and really kind of created some space. Yeah, the big guy. Barr goes down, and I don't know where the foul is, but Trailblazers will take it.
They're going to call it against Barr, and he was on the ground. So unless they're saying Dub Price misses the free throw, unless they're saying he tried to trip him up while he was on the ground or what.
I don't know.
Yeah. Hard to see where it was. 1:30 to go until halftime. 29-21, 8-point CSU Pueblo lead. Dixie State would love to get a stop and at least in one more bucket. There's the steal. There's a stop. Now with 1:20 to go, you got a chance to get a couple of buckets before the break. Deep 2, Pagankoff. Boy, just a matter of inches. Would have got 3, but they'll take the 2. Pagankoff knocks it in.
Oh, nifty between the legs. Like it frames himself up, squares up. A little flat line drive, but it finds the bottom of the hole.
1:05 remaining. 6-point CSU Pueblo lead, 29-23. Here's Reese. Looking inside the big man, and he runs over Dub Price. No whistle, but the ball is loose. Dixie State will take the steal. Wilson leaves for Wade Miller to Chatwin. Spots up, 3 straight away. Bang! His second 3 of the night. Another dad's trucking 3.
Yeah, your quality service carrier. Chatwin was trailing it like a truck trailer down the floor, and both of them have been trailing where he's been able to set in motion and hit the triple.
A lob into the big man. Dub Price there to help. Hits the deck, no whistle, and he'll lay it up and in.
Yeah, Dub tried to sell it, but good no call there. Well, Harvey Barr continuing to do work, 7 points on the contest.
7'1". You catch, all you have to do is put the arm up and your hands in the basket already. Shot clock is off. Dixie State will play for one with 10 seconds remaining.
Bucket here, though, you cut it one possession and regroup inside half.
Pagankoff driving inside, stops, turnaround jumper, knocks it in from 10 feet out, and that'll do it. That was quite right at the buzzer, but what a shot by Pagankoff. He got a couple of buckets, big for Dixie State down the stretch.
Yeah, no doubt, 8 points and a couple of them there late. But that was a more difficult shot by going to the fadeaway on the baseline. But Pagankoff says, I got this, guys. A deep 2, and then that baseline jumper, and a nice little offensive surge there to cut it down to 3 at the break.
The Dixie State, after going nearly 5 minutes without, with just 2 points, they'll finish the half with the last 2:38 on a 9-2 run. And that's what you got to do. They're going to now. The referees are looking at this maybe to see if he actually got it off, but I'm pretty sure he did. He got it off. I think it's going to count. 31-28, Dixie State a 3-point deficit. It's been interesting to see this team this year because they don't always get off to the most explosive of starts. That's Dixie State I'm speaking of. With this team and this squad, they're still learning to play with one another, and they're like a machine. You got to be oiled. We got to get them ready to go. And then as they get into the flow of things, you'll see them start to play. They played a complete 40 minutes last night, but most of the time this season, it's taken them some time to get going.
Well, in this game as well, I mean, you look at about 11:43 left. Trailblazers were 3 of 10 from the floor 9 minutes into this game. And then, got it going, was shooting about 33%. They got up to 34%. And, hey, a couple late buckets, they ended up shooting 40%. A little bit more respectable field goal shooting because they started to get a little bit of rhythm going offensively.
Absolutely. Dixie State at 31-28 deficit at the half. We're going to step away. We'll take the 3-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll break it all down inside the InfoWest halftime report. Trailblazers trailing by 3, 31-28, but a 9-2 run to close the half and right back in this ball game. 3-minute timeout and back on the Trailblazer Basketball Network.
I take the road less traveled, run free, unwind, unravel someplace outside with lots to do. Green trees, red rocks, and don't forget that blue sky. The sunshine shining, sunshine pouring on me. Think I might just stay a while. Say hooray all day because the sun is gonna shine on me. Sun, it's gonna shine on me. Sun's gonna shine on me.
Radio Dixie 91.3. We don't play that. Nope, not that. A big fat no there. That's what we play. And stuff like that. On St. George's only alternative, Radio Dixie 91.3. Oh, and from 9 till midnight, we play this.
I need a one dance.
And this. Radio Dixie 91.3 FM.
There is a place where rocks bleed and nature blushes on a battlefield green with envy, where dimples determine destiny and a tiny wooden T holds the outcome in the balance. There is a place where friends are opponents and opponents are friends, where the prize is elusive, the conquest is captivating, and the score isn't settled till the drinks are down. There is a place.
Okay, we are inviting you to join us for Talking Point Live.
Coming to you, not necessarily live, but tape delayed on the Community Education Channel at 9:30, 12:30, and 4:30 daily, from what I understand. But you can also pick it up on our Facebook page at facebook.com/TalkingPointLive.
And respond to us, right?
Please,
on
let
Facebook.
us know, because it's important to understand not only how our conversation is going, but maybe how is it affecting you at home as well. All right? Eric Young,
Jennifer Kohler.
Talking Point Live. We'll see you.
Where do you find the titans of classical music in St. George? Classical music on Radio St. George 100.3 FM. Where do you find the legends of jazz? Evenings on Radio St. George 100.3 FM.
There is a place where young and old make connections, where kids feel like grown-ups, and grown-ups feel like kids. There is a place where beauty arises in contrast, where wonder is universal and laughter second nature. There is a place where friends find a future, families find each other, and feelings find their home. There is a place.
Fans, Chick-fil-A is giving the opportunity for a lucky fan to have Chick-fil-A for a week.
Welcome inside the Info West halftime report. Eric Sangler, Devin Dixon with you courtside inside the Burns Arena. Dixie State trailing 31-28 at the half. They are trailing. It was worse, though. They were trailing by double digits, by 10. They closed the half on a 9-2 run. And I think Coach Judkins and his guys, for the second time, they had to come back earlier in the half, for the second time, have things kind of righted and going the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Pueblo, I mean, their strengths, driving and kicking, they're fearless shooters from downtown. Their guard play is really solid. They got a lot of solid guards. The pace, they like to go quick, but then they're comfortable working the shot clock down. There was 3 or 4 sets that they didn't shoot till there was under 4 seconds on the shot clock. You look at Dixie State, and, you know, one thing that stood out was, you know, little bit scared to go challenge in the paint. You know, points in the paint. Ended up with 10. But the big guy definitely, I think, especially the first 10 minutes of play, kind of affected them. I think Juddy probably said, hey, guys, we got to continue to go inside. We can't worry about that side. If you go inside, you draw a double team. Then Juddy would rather have the inside low post look, get the double team, and then get the kick out for an open 3, then just pass it to the wing and jackknife a 3. And so we'll see if the shot selection improves in the second half. It started to that last 3 minutes of the half for Dixie State. There's no question.
No, absolutely. Let's take a look at some numbers, and then we'll continue to break it down. You've given us some already, but Dixie State 40% from the field in the first half, 12 of 30, 4 of 11 from the outside, 36%. Individually, Jack Pagankoff, we've seen one of, and he's been good. I mean, Pagankoff averaging 8.7 points per game. He's already at that average. He hit some big shots down the stretch of that first half where Dixie State had kind of gone cold. And the junior, he's hometown, Brooklyn, New York, played at Howard College. And, you know, he's an important part of this Dixie State team because he's coming in behind a long line of point guards. I mean, you've got Brandon Simister, you've got Mason Sawyer, you've got
go back to Jeremiah Barnes.
I mean, just all these guys in between there. But I mean, he's proving that he's up to the task, and he handles the ball well. Last night, kind of had butterfingers in the first half and turned around. It was better in the second, but he's improved. He's improved tonight and playing well, leading his team with 8 points, 4 of 6, no turnovers for Pagankoff. He's got an assist as well. But Dixie State within 3 right now, and the Trailblazers will continue to try to fight back into this thing. Nobody had more
than 2 assists, though. That was Dason Youngblood, and Carrick. Dason only played about 6 minutes. So I think that guard needs to continue to try to be unselfish and try to continue to pick up. I mean, we've seen Coach Judkins' teams over the years. I mean, we've seen nights where they've had 20 team assists or more on regularity. And so a little bit low in the assist department. Rebounding, -6. After winning the rebounding battle last night and that blowout victory, they're down 6 at the half. So that's a concern. This Pueblo team is big, and we saw Coach Judkins have to go to a smaller lineup, you know, with Conway and Julian Decree on the court. Even if those guys at those stretches, they're only 6'8", so they're giving up some size to 6'10", 7'1", some of these big guys the Thunderwolves have.
I tell you, I love, though, I mean, even whether you're winning or whether you're trailing by a couple of buckets, even if you're down 10, you just love having Coach Judkins on your side because, you know, I mean, he's a wizard in there on the floor, and then in there at halftime especially, and his teams over the years have just been phenomenal.
How many times
in the second half
have we seen them trail at the half, come out, go on a little 6-8-0 run, and just flip the tide, and then put it in cruise control? But I think you touched on a little bit in the pregame show. This is a different year. This is a different team. They had a lot of senior leadership last year that's now graduated, and you know, I think that these players are still trying to learn how to play with each other, still learning exactly what Coach Judkins wants of them. I know he's clearly defined their roles going into the season, but there's still a lot of teachable moments, I think, early in the conference schedule. You remember, Dixie State did not have a very lengthy out-of-conference schedule. They played a lot less games than a lot of these RMAC teams did getting ready for the conference slate, and that's why I think you're going to see them continue to get better as the season goes on.
Well, and you know, Dixie State is either at or even better than the start last year. I mean, they rattled off those 17 wins
unbelievable.
down the stretch, and that's what turned, a two losses in the conference. And, I don't know if this year, if you're going to rattle off, 17, 18
well, you don't want to peak. You don't want to do that early this season.
You don't want to do that early, but this, like you said, it's a different team. But you just get a good feeling about this team because you know that they're all working together. There's not really, one guy that they're leaning on. If someone's struggling, someone else is going to step up, and you never, quite frankly, you never know who that guy's going to be.
Well,
Conway's been Mr. Reliable, but tonight, Conway's only got 5 points at halftime, and we'll see what he does in the second half.
I like what Chatwin did, though. Cameron Chatwin came in, hit both his shots, grabbed a rebound, 6 points. He only played about 7 minutes, so he needed to be some nice bench minutes. I thought Youngblood did too, even though he didn't score, but with a couple assists and really putting a lot of pressure on the ball. One guy we haven't mentioned, Quincy Matthews, didn't play last night, hasn't played yet tonight. We think he's healthy, so probably just coach's decision right now not to play Q. And we'll see if he gets some time in the second half. He's got those starting games earlier in the season for the Trailblazers.
He's stressed, and you wonder maybe he'll get back in the lineup. We even talked about last night, Mike Olson and I on the other 91.3 that last night's game and even tonight's game would just perfectly suit his game because he's a scrappy defender. He's the guy that you're not necessarily going to key in on offense, but can do some things for you. And I think adding him in there with his length at 6'7" and that long wingspan, great defender, I think he would add another element to this Dixie State team. We'll see if he gets any minutes in a second.
Yeah, I think Coach Judkins got to be continuing to stress limiting their penetration because they, again, like to drive and kick. Transition D was pretty good. You look at some of the supplemental stats, the Thunderwolves only had 2 fast break points, so they're getting back in transition defense. Got to continue to guard the three-point line, though, Carrick, because that team in the first half shot 15 threes. And this conference, I'm learning, does like to shoot the three in the RMAC. Obviously, the first year for Dixie State.
It's a run-and-gun league, Devin. I mean,
reminds me
so
of
many teams. Yeah.
INWAC back in my home state of Washington.
They run and gun and get up. We've seen it every single night.
Well, this is one of probably the lowest scoring halves in conference play all season, 31-28 with the Trailblazers down just 3 at the break.
Dixie State trailing 31-28. Let's take a 60-second timeout. We'll come back and give you a couple of scores from around the RMAC. I don't know if we'll get them all out. I mean, it's a 16-team conference. I think everybody's in action, so you've got 8 games to try to get you caught up on. So we'll try to get as many scores as we can for you and update you on that after the 60-second timeout on the Trailblazer Basketball Network.
Come on. That's you, big boy.
Looking back inside the InfoWest halftime report, Dixie State trailing 31-29 at the half. How about some updates from around the RMAC? Lots of other games in progress right now. Black Hill State, who just laid it on Dixie State last week in South Dakota, 49-39 lead over Adams State. New Mexico Highlands, 47-29 lead at the half at Westminster up in Salt Lake City. We'll see if that continues in the second half. South Dakota Mines trailing Fort Lewis 35-32 just into the second half. Western Colorado trailing Chadron State 40-28 late in the second half. Well, halfway through the second half in that one. A couple of games have gone final. Colorado Springs 84-80 over Regis. Colorado School of Mines 97-80 over Colorado Christian, and MSU Denver 73-68 over Colorado Mesa.
The dance cam in the arena is cracking me up, Garrett. These little kids can dance a lot better than the adults nowadays. I'm telling you that.
My kids can dance way better than I can.
Yeah, a little bit surprised.
They kind of get embarrassed when I start dancing.
A little bit.
Dad, just stop.
You know, a little bit surprised. I mean, if you're just tuning in, Pueblo played Westminster last night, overtime, like you've mentioned. But, you know, Westminster having a little bit of trouble, and so is Dixie State right now. Both teams trailing right now. And you think maybe the other way around with those teams playing extra minutes. But still a long way to go in both those games.
And back in play we go. If I understand correctly, Pueblo, they made the drive after the game last night. So they didn't get into St. George till about 3 a.m.
Hit snooze a bunch that on the alarm clock.
Highlands didn't go up till this morning. They left here, and Dub Price holding inside of Wade Miller. Forget we're on the radio too. Wade flipping it up with the left hand. No, the big man, the rebound for CSU Pueblo.
Good look though, that left hand just couldn't get it to fall over.
Liggett, right wing three, and that is a good start for CSU Pueblo to start the second half. He knocks in another three. He's got 8, 34-28 Pueblo lead.
Gavin Liggett, 3 out of 5 in the contest.
He's a 41% three-point shooter coming into the contest.
Yeah, smooth stroke. Really like his release.
One of those, you know, not afraid to shoot. He had 56 attempts coming into the game. Wade Miller to answer, right wing, no, too strong. Matt Conway the rebound, and he's fouled. For just a minute, I saw the look on Conway's face and thought he might be getting rung up, but it's going to go against Liggett, his second. Dixie State will have a fresh 30.
Yeah, Conway nursing a little bit of an ankle from that road trip, and only played 10 minutes in the first half, and leading the way in scoring so far this season, only 5 points so far. They definitely want to get him going here in half number 2. And now we've got.
And now we're going to look at it. They're going to review. Not sure what exactly they want to look at, but they'll tell him back in the truck. So they're going to have a review. And just so you know, we won't get a look at it until after they're done looking at it. When back in the truck, when they're using the replay system, they're independent systems and they share the same system, if that makes sense. So we will get a look at it when they're done looking at it.
Juddy going to take the moment to coach them up and talk to the guys. What a great run Coach Judkins has had here at Dixie State University. I mean, coming in here after a stop in snow, you know, he had to coach against Dixie back in the JUCO days, and now here he is, long time on the bench, and what a winning percentage he's built over the years here at the helm of the Trailblazers.
And they actually were looking at where the shot clock was before that foul. Oh, the ball, that's what it was. The shot never hit the rim, so there was no shot clock reset.
So they'll leave it at 20.
They'll leave it at 20. They'll kick it back out to 20 after the foul. Inside Conway, out of the timeout. Leaving at the rim. No. Was there contact with the rim and the net? Look at the net. The net is poking up. I wonder, is that something to go back and look at or not? But
I don't think so. It was close, but they didn't call it. I don't think they'll go back.
Inside to Barr, and he'll score easily.
Had that help.
Big swing.
Yeah, the help defense comes over too late on that lob pass. He was well positioned, used his frame, and that was a just great high pass to the big fella. Not much you can do.
36-28, Dixie State trailing by 8. Dub Price inside, he'll lay it up and in.
Yeah, quickness. I think that's what you got to do. Dub just drop step, kind of floating down the lane, and then quickly put it off the glass before he could block the shot.
36-30, Trailblazers back within 6. 18-10 to play. Lobbing into Barr, stolen by Zach Frampton on the help side.
Exactly what we're saying. It came early this time.
Zach left his feet, had to make an errant pass. It's stolen by Pueblo. Here's Gilbert, leaving it for Oldham, and he's fouled inside. Dub says, well, I'm going to make you earn it. Well, fouls him.
Frampton actually reached first, but they did get the second swipe, and they do call it on Dub.
That's his third.
Yep, he's got to be smart.
And Oldham to the line, shooting free throws, an 87% shooter. Cameron Chatwin up off the bench. He's going to check in for Dub Price. And Oldham seems to be a little shaken up. I think that is the arm that we kind of tugged on by Dub Price. They're going to give him it.
Yeah, 17 minutes.
Almost acting like he kind of lost some feeling in that right hand, the way he's slapping at it.
He's been an impact guy. 6 rebounds to go along with the point production. 8 points. Now give him 9 as that free throw goes through.
He makes the first free throw, but he's still messing with that hand. And it's hard to see exactly what happened. Right there, he looks at the hand immediately.
Something nagging already that you re-aggravated.
Second free throw is good.
Shooting hand looks
Didn't bother him.
from the free
Didn't
throw
bother
line.
him at all. In the free throws, 38-30, excuse me, 8-point lead again for Pueblo. 17:50 to go. Miller to Pagankoff. Drives into the lane, leans in, leaves his feet, gives to Wade Miller, left wing 3. Rims out. Harvey Barr the rebound.
That's a good look there for Bubba, though. You like that. Now he's just 1 of 5 from downtown after hitting his first one of the night. He's missed 5 in a row, or 4 in a row.
Sang high off the window, no. Tip put back from Barr, couldn't get it to go. Here comes Pagankoff. Leaves it for Frampton. Frampton back to Pagankoff. Bouncing into Chatwin. Chatwin, 1 dribble, backing in on the big man. Shot blocked. There's just no space in there. Here comes Pueblo. Oldham will run over Zach Frampton. No call, no whistle. No block, no charge, and it's a layup good for Oldham. He's got 9.
Oldham just kind of missed him square on, and I think that's why they let him play on.
40-30, Dixie State trailing by 10. Nearly a steal for Pueblo. Conway gets inside, one-on-one with the big man, and he lays it up and in.
And that's what you have to do. You have to shoulder dip in, and then you have to fade away, just like Conway did to score over the 7-1 Harvey Barr.
40-32, Dixie State back to within 8 with 16:38 to play. Here's Oldham to the left side and Sang. Top of the key for Gilbert. Shot clock at 12, 16:28 on the game clock. Oldham with 8. Dribbling through the legs to the left with 7. Gets inside, floats with the left, no. Off the head of Chatwin, and Wade Miller will pick it up. Here come the Trailblazers. Whips it to Frampton. Steps into a 3, left wing, too strong. And Sang the rebound for CSU Pueblo.
Good look, transition 3. Good look left wing. Frampton just a little too strong off the back iron.
Oldham for 3 the other way. Off the back iron. Chatwin the rebound.
Clear a little space there.
Yeah, he used the arm to clear a little space. Steps into a 3 straight away, and he's fouled. Gilbert stepped out at him, and he got a little too close, made some contact, and he'll get 3 free throws. But first, he'll have to think about it for a little while. Chatwin and Barr are being talked to by the official. There's a little pushing and shoving down on the other end. Referee gives them both the warning, and Cameron Chatwin will have 3 free throws after this 60-second timeout on the Trailblazer Basketball Network.
For over a century, Dixie State University has been shaping the Trailblazers of tomorrow by providing a culture of active learning, active life. With a paradigm of real-world experience, mixed with cutting-edge technologies and rich traditions, we provide one of the most affordable educations in the West, set against the most stunning backdrop on the planet.
Hey, I ordered a large veggie with garlic herb crust.
Veggie? I thought you were more of a meat eater's man.
Oh, I am, but now I can do both. Look, flavor patch.
How does that work? What happens when that's gone?
I've got Howie bread strapped to my legs.
Flavor fanatics love us because we make our dough fresh daily and have meal deals for any budget.
Hungry?
Howie! Flavor fanatics welcome.
Cameron Chatwin to the line for 3 Fabulous Freddy's free throws after being fouled on the 3-point attempt. And Trailblazers trailing 40-32. Harvey Barr still having a discussion with the official. And the official is going to have words with Cameron Chatwin one more time, too, and just say, hey, you guys take it easy. I don't know if we can go back and look at that back in the truck at what happened on that last defensive possession where Dixie was playing defense. I know, Barr and Chatwin were going at it.
I think
Chatwin cleared space with the elbow.
Yeah, but missed. But luckily they didn't make contact. Or I think Chatwin might have got, a foul called.
Take a look at it here. Well, this is the 3. This is gonna. That's the 3-point attempt. That's the foul. So he does get fouled. Chatwin first free throw is no good. Second one is on the way in. And what the referees are discussing with them is actually back on Pueblo's end on offense, where Chatwin and Barr were kind of going at it. Chatwin right now with 7 points.
Yeah, leading the way off the bench tonight.
Free throw on the way and in. Goes 2 for 3. 8 points for Chatwin. The Trailblazers within 6, 40-34, 15-50 to go. Carroll back and forth with Liggett. Pump fake, and Conway hits the deck. Might have tweaked that ankle again. Gets up. Back out to Liggett for 3 straight away. Left it short. Sang offensive rebound. Kicked it back to Liggett. Liggett to the left side, and Cade Carroll. Clear over to Sang. Drives inside floater. No, with offensive foul anyway. Ran over Matt Conway.
A little smile, and Conway looks over at the bench like, hey, coach, you were right. I like the fact that after that second made free throw by Chatwin, Juddy put a little full court or three-quarter court pressure on. Try to slow this, give him a different look. It's the first time we've seen that tonight. They end up getting a nice job by Conway taking that charge.
Andre Wilson driving inside, hangs, and hits with the ride, the finger roll.
And everything's acrobatic, though, because of the size of Pueblo inside and Harvey Barr. He extended way away and flips it up with a nice finger roll and a little English off the window, nonetheless.
Carroll, cross-court pass to Liggett, gets it back. Now to Sang, lobbing it inside to the big man, 15 feet from the bucket. Leaves it inside for Sang, missed the layup. Cameron Chatwin the rebound. That's what Pueblo wanted, draw people, and then they got their look and missed it. Blocking foul against Liggett. And that's a heads-up play by Andre Wilson to see that Liggett was off balance. He could go into him and get the foul.
Well, when you're about 6 foot, you got to try to take a charge rather than block a shot.
Yeah.
Liggett just waited too long to get planted because Wilson had the step and the edge, and he just clearly bumps him from the side. Wilson, maybe a little softer touch, could have got an and one because he was going up to try to shoot that shot. Now have to earn 2 from the free throw line. Trailblazers tonight from the line.
40-36.
Just 50%.
Trailblazers within 4, now 3 as Wilson makes the free throw. He's got 5. This game far from over. We have not decided anything.
Well, this is rare, though, that 14:44 to go in a game. Trailblazers have only attempted 6 free throws. Usually that's a lot higher number, but they went to a smaller lineup tonight. I think the size inside, the shot blocking prowess has made them settle for more jumpers.
40-38. Dixie State back within 2. 14:38 to go. 3 on the way. Hardy's going to knock it in. That might have been his first shot attempt of the night. A very timely triple for the Thunderwolves. Conway the other way. Floating. No. Tip put back. Cameron Chatwin. Yes. 10 for Cameron Chatwin. And I believe that is a Dixie State career high for Chatwin.
Really good job of just not coming down with it. Go ahead and tip it back up and in off the window.
43-40. CSU Pueblo the lead, and Cade Carroll just lost it out of bounds. On the other side, an unforced turnover. Dixie State will take it. 14:08 remaining.
Juddy talking with Chatwin on exactly what he wants. Chatwin thought he was coming off the court. Juddy's like, no, you're in, but hey, I want to see you do this. Didn't hear the conversation right in front of us, but Chatwin's brought energy, Carrick.
Dason Youngblood in. Indeed that is. We've confirmed it. A career high at Dixie State for Cameron Chatwin. Tries to add to it. No, he's fouled. A late foul call. And the official underneath the basket, well, he ended up making the call as well. And it will go against Harvey Barr. And he looks a little incredulous. As soon as he heard his name over the PA system, he couldn't believe it. His third.
Chatwin transferred from St. Martin's. He is a junior, so he's got a lot of experience, just not in the system. First year here at Dixie State. And another one good from the free throw line. He's from Mesa, Arizona. He said he wanted to come here because it was closer to home. He loves the climate and the outdoors here of southern Utah, close to Zion National Park, among other things.
Beautiful day outside today, wasn't it?
Yeah, fantastic.
Chatwin, you get any golf in today?
Yeah, I was out of San Hollow, a little Toys for Kids fundraiser, and it was perfect. I mean, drop of wind, about 60 degrees.
There you go. 43-42 after Chatwin makes both free throws. Dixie State within 1. Dason Youngblood nearly had a steal, and now we're going to get a foul. Is it going to be Wilson? It'll be Wilson that gets called for the foul, but you see him having the conversation with Youngblood right after. He said, we had him. and
he backed off.
He
didn't close that trap in. He allowed him to split the double team, and then Wilson got caught with the reach in.
13:40 remaining. Yeah, Wilson kind of hung out to dry a little bit on that one. Here's Gilbert slashing into the lane. Missed the layup. Tip by Sang. No. Chatwin the rebound to Youngblood. Coach wants him to run. Youngblood in the lane. Kicks to Wade Miller. One more pass to Wilson. Bouncing inside. Dub Price wide open. He lays it up and in. Dixie State the lead. Price with 6. And that kind of passing is exactly what we saw last night.
Since Dason drove in, there was 4 passes. Bubba, boom, he gives it up, and then ends up down low with Dub Price. 4 touches to get the lay-in. I love the extra unselfishness of the Trailblazers.
And I wonder if Gilbert landed on someone's foot. There was a delay in the action as Hardy drives inside, leaves it for Sang, and scores it in the lane. CSU Pueblo back in top.
It breaks a little run. The Trailblazers had that lead for just a second, but a nice answer by the Thunderbolts.
45-44, Pueblo the lead. Wade Miller for 3 left wing. 2 strong. Sang chases down the long rebound for Pueblo.
And he's cooled off, certainly.
Yeah.
He's 1 for 6 from outside.
He hit his first attempt. And
another good look, though. I mean, you got to keep shooting it when they're open.
12:35 remaining. Here's Hardy to Sang. Over to Gilbert. Oldham. To Hardy, shot clock at 7, pump fake to Oldham. Clean look for 3 left wing, and he knocks it in with 4 on the shot clock.
Really nice, patient possession by the Thunderwolves.
48-44, Pueblo back up on top by 4. With 12:10 remaining, this possession here will probably take us to the media timeout. No, it will not. Wilson can't get a layup to go. 12:05 remaining, and a touch foul by Dason Youngblood on the way up the floor. Coach Judkins saying to the official, why can't we get that same thing on this side?
Nice rebound, though, by Jonathan Hall, the big guy.
And here comes Q.
Yeah, Quincy Matthews for the first time tonight. Good to know he's healthy.
Yes.
Missed last night, straight close, but sometimes Juddy, looking to prove a point maybe with the minutes. We don't know exactly why, but certainly Quincy Matthews seeing his first action here, 12 minutes to go in the second half.
First action of the weekend.
Right.
Under 12. We'll have a media timeout next whistle. Here's Oldham. Gives to Jonathan Hall. Inside to Oldham, and he lays it up and in. Give and go for Oldham.
Yeah, I like him. He's very versatile. Got the outside jumper, but can go attack. Great rebounder. Certainly looks like their most athletic player. Showing you why right there.
Youngblood to Dub Price, whipping it inside Julian Decree. He's in, and he'll jam it with 2 hands over Oldham.
And maybe that'll get this crowd ignited here inside the Burns Arena. Second dunk of the night for Julian.
A foul going to be called against Dixie State as they tried to trap Hardy.
4.
It's going to be Quincy Matthews.
That's much better than Dub Price picking up number 4.
Absolutely. 11:19 remaining. Dixie State within 4, 50-46. We got a good one. Don't go anywhere. 60-second timeout and back on the Trailblazer Basketball Network.
All right, your lucky seat tonight, section 111, row C, seat 5. All right, that's your lucky fan pizza pie cafe lucky seat of the night. Remember to come to Pizza Pie Cafe and try any one of their 22 signature pizzas, 9 pasta options on a buffet with all the fixing. Come in before or after the game and bring your friends. All right, fans, it's time for the kiss cam. Look up. There you go.
Welcome back inside the Burns Arena. The kiss cam up on the video board here inside the Burns Arena.
Get
People
off
having
your
some
phone,
fun with
man.
it.
Get off your phone.
Trailblazers trail 50-46.
Smooth. Yes.
Oh, having some fun inside the Burns Arena. Dixie State with some work to do, though. Trailing 4 with 11:19 remaining.
Oh, the old kiss cam.
There's Coach Pelton, Eric Pelton, the women's tennis coach. And we're back in play.
Yeah,
Pueblo with possession.
Had some good talks with Coach Pelton. His daughter and my daughter play on the same soccer team.
Okay.
We see each other quite often.
Have you seen the new tennis courts?
Fantastic.
They look amazing.
Oh, when that new building's done, it's going to be amazing.
Hardy inside for CSU. Pueblo missed it. Sang offensive rebound, and he's fouled. And that is going to be Quincy. Quincy's going to come in and pick up 2 quick fouls. It's Frampton. Zach Frampton, his second.
Looked like got a little ball, but maybe just got the wrist. You know, sometimes when you do swipe down, whether you get ball or not, just looks like a foul so often. That's one of the advantages Pueblo's had tonight, Carrick. Can't go unnoticed. They have been to the free throw line more than the Trailblazers.
Yep. 8 of 11 from the stripe. Dixie State is 6 of 8.
Yep. Just a few more opportunities, but
Sang makes them both. He's got 4, and it's a 52-46 Pueblo lead. Pagankoff back into the game. They'll bounce to Price. Pagankoff, touch pack to Quincy. 3-ball right corner, no. A rebound to Pueblo.
Another good look from downtown, but just 4 of 16. 25% from distance are the Trailblazers tonight thus far.
Of course, if you're Quincy Matthews, you're kind of coming off the bench cold. You've warmed up both halves, but
still a good look.
Yep. Sang to Oldham. Right corner for CSU Pueblo. Spinning into the lane. Shot blocked by Dub Price. May have some help from Quincy as well. Julian Decree going to get a tip and a steal. Trailblazers force the turnover. Pagankoff to Quincy Matthews. Back to around the horn to Frampton left wing.
I thought Q could have maybe win.
I think Coach Judkins wanted them to as well. Pagankoff for 3 right corner. They'll get 3. 3's better than 2, cutting the lead in half.
Yeah, you know, Quincy maybe thought, okay, I forced that last shot. I'm going to set up the offense, and the extra pass the corner works out good. Pagankoff got 11 now in this game. Corner 3 is down.
9:50 remaining. NC State within 3, 52-49. Here's Sang for CSU Pueblo on the right wing. Swinging it to Gilbert. Stops the dribble. Leaves for Hall. Back to Gilbert with 7 to shoot. Gilbert gets a screen. He's one-on-one with Decree now. Jump a 3. No. Offensive rebound. Hardy tries to throw it off of Frampton while he's falling out of bounds, but Zach catches it. Pass ahead to Dub Price. Dub inside draws contact, and he'll get 2 free throws.
Yeah, Jonathan Hall hammers Dub there trying to retreat. What a save there by Frampton. I mean, he's throwing it right at the shins, and he kind of jumps away from it to soften it, and then gets down there on the court and keeps it. He's in the corner. He didn't have a lot of room to save that, and that leads to free throws here for Dub Price.
He leaves the first one short. We talked about getting to the free throw line. Now you got to take advantage of it.
Look at this. Off the knee, but somehow
just
keeps it in bounds. A little bit lucky sometimes.
Yeah. I think that if that would have been a direct hit to the front of the knee, I think that it may have bounced right back off Hardy again. Second free throw is good for Dub Price.
They're going to jump into this little full court press on makes. They've been doing that the last 4 or 5 minutes.
52-50. Trailblazers back within 2, 9:14 to play.
Now they'll back it off. Does work the shot clock down a little bit, though. This is a team that likes to drive and kick, and be pretty patient.
Sang driving inside one-on-one with Quincy Matthews, and Quincy's going to get called for a foul, his second.
Oh, I thought he just dribbled it out of bounds. I mean, there was a little bit of bump, but they've been letting that go most of the night.
Andre Wilson going to check in. Wade Miller going to check in.
Doesn't even really touch him there, Carrick. That's a baffler to me. I mean, not much contact at all. Tough call. Got to play on.
9:02 remaining here in the second half. Dixie State within 2. It'll be Gilbert to trigger baseline left side. Lobs out to Liggett. Liggett.
Oldham is wide open. They don't see him.
Liggett catches. Left wing 3. Knocks it in. Goodness gracious. Coach wants to pull his hair out.
Well, you run
Coach
subs
Judkins,
in, and then you have a defensive breakdown.
Yep. 55-50. Dixie State trailing by 5. Dupree backing in on the big man. Reverse, missed it. Good look.
$1 million move, 50-cent finish. Just couldn't get the wraparound reverse. Actually probably made that shot tougher by trying to go to the reverse, Carrick.
8:28 to play. I agree. 55-50. Dixie State's got to have a stop here. You got to get to the point where you're not, trying to play catch up. Eventually you get there. Oldham spinning, scoring off the window. Wow.
And the lead goes back up to 7, just like that. Got 19 points for Oldham tonight. He's played sensational. And we were talking about that in our keys to the game. He's the one guy you can't let go off, and he has.
Pagankoff inside. He's blocked by Harvey Barr. Here comes Pueblo.
He's having a night, isn't he? That's his 5th block.
For 3 straight away. No. Dixie State crashing on the board. Saved in by Dupree. Big rebound by Dupree. Here's Pagankoff to Julian. And he traveled.
You know what I like about Barr with the 5 blocks, though, Carrick, is he doesn't block them out of bounds. He's not swatting them into the second row. He's just tapping them. And a lot of times, the Thunderwolves have been able to just take the ball and try to push.
7:38 remaining. Dixie State trailing 57-50. 60-second timeout back of the Trailblazer Basketball Network.
From surgical suites to patient rooms to conference rooms. In scrubs, suits, or sneakers. With stethoscopes, computer code, or mops. We are all caregivers. Intermountain Healthcare. Healing for life.
Camping World is here to help you connect to adventure and explore the outdoors with friends and family. Offering new and pre-owned RVs to fit every budget and thousands of parts and accessories for any need. Camping World has it all. With over 130 supercenters nationwide, you're never far from America's #1 RV dealer. No matter where your adventures take you, whether you need an RV, parts, or service, Camping World is here to help you every step of the way. Visit Camping World in St. George or shop campingworld.com today.
The Trailblazers fought back, cut the lead to 2, but a quick 5-0 spurt by the Thunderwolves has Pueblo back up on top 57-50. 7:38 remaining, and a turnover by Dixie State gives it back to Pueblo. Critical that the Trailblazers start getting some stops here.
Yeah, Chatwin and 12 points leading the Blazers. Pagankoff got 11 points. 19, though, game high for Donovan Oldham.
Here's Gilbert across the timeline. Bounces to Oldham. He's got the hot hand right now. Inside Liggett. Backdoor cut, no. Barr. Tip putback, no. Ball is loose. Wilson tries to save it in. He tiptoes the sideline. Trailblazers have it. Andre Wilson coast to coast. Lays it up and in transition.
Oh, nice job. First of all, to control it. Then accelerate and go pretty much coast to coast from about three-quarter court. Sensational finish by Wilson. And now a hold called defensively.
And Pagankoff going to get called for a foul, and that is 1-1. Jack got to be careful here.
Only the the fourth fast break bucket of the night, if you call that a fast break bucket, but it is points off turnover there for the Trailblazers, which they need. But yeah, you stop the clock here. You don't necessarily like putting Gilbert on the free throw line, but tough call goes against the Trailblazers. Still a long way to go.
Gilbert makes the front end of the 1-1.
Yeah, Tyson Gilbert only 2 of 7, but 4 assists, now 7 points, a couple rebounds. He creates things for other people. He hasn't got a lot of credit for the assists, but we've seen him dribble all the way up and under. We've seen him set up the pass that leads to an assist.
Misses the second. Andre Wilson, the rebound for Dixie State. Wilson driving inside, and he's going to call an offensive foul on Andre Wilson.
Did he dip the shoulder to clear a little space? So often that goes uncalled.
Goodness.
I have to see a replay. Here it comes on cue. Does he extend the arm just a little bit? Just a little bit there. I understand the call.
58-52, Dixie State trailing by 6. 6:54 to go. Problem is that you could probably call that on every possession. Most every ball handler does that same thing. So just
Allen
throw that out
Iverson
there.
used to be the best at it.
Yeah.
He'd use his shoulder, dip in, and then just clear a little.
Yep.
The answer.
58-52. Trailblazers trailing by 6. 6:35 to go. Here's Sang. See, Sang just did the same thing right there. Sang hits, scores. Same push-up, no whistle. Wilson will kick to Wade Miller. Left corner three, no. Gilbert the rebound.
Bubba's off.
Yep.
Just a little off tonight from Bubba from outside.
60-52, 6:10 remaining. CSU Pueblo with possession. Here's Sang, D logo. Over to the right side and Gilbert.
Trailblazers need stops,
Yep.
though.
6 minutes remaining. It's getting critical now. I mean, you're almost ready to push the panic button a little bit. Gilbert inside, he'll lay it up and in. Dixie State going to take a timeout.
Yeah, you felt it there. Gilbert with the speed move off the dribble, gets all the way in from the left side, finishes with the right hand, and Trailblazers going to take a full timeout to settle the nerves. Now down 10 again.
It'll be a 30-second timeout. First coach's call timeout of the second half.
Gotcha.
Let's take the full timeout. 60-second timeout. Come right back to the Trailblazer Basketball Network.
There is a place where the desert comes alive, where rain breaks forth from solid stone and gardens spring from blistered rock. There is a place with enough color to make a rainbow jealous, where boulders are bigger than buildings and cliffs are higher than clouds. There is a place that will straighten your step, tighten your grip, widen your eyes, and open your jaw. There is a place.
I'm Jimmy. This is my definition of fresh since 1983.
.550 remaining. Dixie State gets a delay warning out of the timeout. The referee said they didn't break the huddle soon enough.
Well, and right
Here we
now,
go.
Pueblo's giving them some good looks at three tonight. But 8 of 23 from distance are the Trailblazers.
Wilson to Conway. Trailblazers trailing by 10. I don't want to say they need a miracle at this point. They're going to need something
They're
big
probably
time
gonna
to
need a couple
happen.
threes to drop.
Miller, right wing three, no. Chatwin, offensive rebound, has it swiped out of his hands.
And he dribbles.
And
whose foot did it go off?
they're
of?
wondering if they can look at this. Coach Judkins asking for a review.
I don't think it went off.
Now they're going to change it.
Yeah, I
They're
don't
gonna
think it
change
went off Chatwin's foot. I think that's good job for the officials to get together, confer, and they changed the call.
Yeah. Trailblazers will have it. We're going to see the replay here.
Yeah, it's off the heel of Sang.
Yeah.
The right heel. That's the right call.
Referees telling both coaches we can only look at it under 2 minutes. Chatwin to Miller. Got to have a bucket on this possession. You know, this is kind of playing out
posting
how
hard.
the women's game played. Conway for three, left corner. He knocks it in. 10 points for Conway. Dixie State within 7. The Dixie State women's team had an 11-point lead with 5 to go. Pueblo turned it around on them and won the game. And the men's team of Dixie State flipped the script and kind of deal some revenge back between the two schools.
Conway and Chatwin are combined 4 for 4 from downtown, but the rest of the Trailblazers,
where's those three-point shooters tonight?
Yeah, they're combined 5 of 16, or excuse me, 4 of 16.
Paganikoff going to get called for a block before the shot. It will result in free throws.
Nice to know that your forward can stretch out and hit that. You know, that's the way the game's changed, Kerry.
Yes.
And, you know, these big 3s and 4s, and even these post players, the range is not like it used to be high school all the way up to the pros.
Well, you just don't see too many guys like even like Harvey Barr anymore. You just don't. I mean, Gilbert makes the front end of the 1-and-1. He'll get one more. And nowadays, if you do see him that big, they're stretching it out and shooting it.
Yeah.
You just don't see too many of those true centers anymore.
Replay there. Gilbert.
Second free throw is good. He's got 11. And it's a 9-point lead. 4:30 to go. Dixie State, you got to go. You can't, I mean, you're looking for a shot in, the first 15 seconds of the shot clock almost every time. Conway. No, excuse me, Chatwin will lay it up and in. They were right next to each other. My view is kind of blocked by Juddy.
There's the pump fake, though. Pump fake, and then he goes hard, and then he stops, and then goes right over the front of the rim. Great move. He's having a career night. Continue to build off his career high.
To Oldham. D-Logo straight away. Now angles to the left slightly. A whistle and a foul against Andre Wilson. And he gets up. He can't believe it. That'll be his third, and that is the 10th team foul. 2 free throws now. So here's the difference between this game and the women's game is that our women's team could not get to the free throw line. Didn't score the last 5:49 of the game, and then couldn't get to the free throw line either.
Which is crazy when a team's trying to come from behind, because you think they'd be reaching and playing ultra aggressive. And, that's just insane.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
You can't get to the foul line.
Coach Gus, when we talked to him before the game, too, said, they just switched defenses on us. And he said, myself, even all of us, just kind of didn't know quite what to do. And
that one will sting.
Yep.
For those of you just tuning in, it was a 73-70 loss for the women earlier tonight.
Conway for 3 straight away. He hits again. Beautiful. I love the way he let his hand hang. Nice follow through. And now right into this press. This is back to a 5-point lead for Pueblo. 65-60. Trailblazers within 5. Can they get a stop?
Juddy asking for the crowd and his bench to get into this game.
13 to shoot. Here's Oldham standing on the D logo straight away. Shot clock at 10. Hussein. 7, 6, 5. Sang accelerating inside off the window. It rimmed out. Ball is tipped. Offensive rebound, Pueblo. Oh, that one's going to hurt a little bit.
How did he tightrope and stay in bounds? Barr, actually, the length. He just tipped it to Sang, who got just in bounds in time.
Yep.
And now full shot clock reset. They can work some more time.
We're under 3. 2:59 to play. 13 to shoot. Here's Oldham. Dixie State being asked to try to get 2 stops on the same possession. Oldham inside hangs. No. Gets his own rebound. It's stripped out of his hands. It's loose on the floor. Who's got it? It's going to be tied up. Well, they haven't made a signal yet.
It's got to be a jump ball.
Jump ball, and it's staying with Pueblo. And that'll take us to the under 4 media. 2:44 to go. They took an awfully long time to decide what they were going to blow the whistle on.
I love the intensity, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys on the deck here at the Burns Arena just fighting for their team.
A pile of humanity on the ground. 2:44 to go. Dixie State trailing by 5, 65-60. Let's just take a 30-second timeout, come back on the Trailblazer Basketball Network.
At Kneaders, we start simple, making bread from scratch with just a handful of ingredients. It's not the easy way, but it's worth it. Honest bread made without shortcuts. When you come to Kneaders, every loaf of bread, every sandwich starts here. Yes, it takes more time, but that's why we get an early start. Stop by today for dine-in, takeout, or drive-through.
.244 to play. Dixie State has fought back to within 5, but Pueblo will have possession. Boy, it's been a long possession. There was over 4 minutes to play, Devin, when this possession started. Dixie State forced a turnover, or forced a missed shot, couldn't get the rebound. Pueblo took the shot clock all the way down again. Shot was missed, a scrum for the ball and a jump ball, and Pueblo had the arrow. And so they've had the ball since before the 4-minute mark. There's 2:44 to play here.
Yeah, and that was a huge offensive rebound by Oldham. I mean, his 9th rebound of the game. Prior to that, you get the tip out. Dixie State's hit 5 of their last 6 field goals, and 3 of which are three-pointers, and still down 5 and don't have the ball here.
Gilbert will lob in. They still got a 25-second shot clock, too. Trailblazers absolutely have to get a stop on this possession. Here's Gilbert with 13 to Liggett. Back to Gilbert. D'Lo goes straight away with 10. Liggett is wide open on the left side. Coach Judkins urging Cameron Chatwin to get out on him. Oldham inside to Sang. Lays it up and in. No. Ball never hit the rim. Dixie State the rebound, though. Here's Wilson.
Got a tip from the back.
And it's stolen away. That's going to be big that they didn't call the shot clock violation now, because it would have stopped the game and allowed Dixie State to reset.
Now, when does Dixie State want to play the foul game and try to extend this out and turn into a free throw shooting contest?
1:55 remaining.
They're 13 to 18 from the stripe so far in this game.
Here's Sang to Liggett. This could be a dagger for 3 left wing. No. And it's going to go out of bounds. Is Wade Miller going to get called for a foul?
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Did he pushed, trying to box out down low. You get the deep three, exactly what you want. Takes a deep carom off the rim, and Bubba,
Oh my gosh.
He didn't even really body up.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, man.
A class act acting job right there. That's all we're going to say.
He sold it. Yeah, as soon as he started to box, he just absolutely
looked like he was on a pogo stick.
There was some contact there from that angle. There was some.
Corey Sang.
That first angle, it looked like you were exactly.
It looked like he was on a trampoline all of a sudden.
That last angle, though, there was more contact than it first appeared.
66-60. I can't walk. Oh my goodness, Dixie State going to turn it over. Chatwin going to foul Oldham. That might just about do it.
It's only a 6-point game, 2 possessions, but you can't turn it over. 3 and it's back to 1 possession. You don't even get a shot off. Just careless with the basketball. That is only Dixie State's 10th turnover of the game. 12 turnovers tonight for the Thunderwolves.
Oldham going to knock in the free throw, and he's now at 20. 1:32 remaining. And if I'm not mistaken, as Oldham makes both free throws, Trailblazers have not been in the bonus in either half.
Need a good look here. Doesn't have to be a 3.
8-point game. Got to go quick, though, whatever you decide to do.
Exactly.
Wilson leaving it inside. Gets it back at the free throw line. And he's bumped and no foul call. How on earth did they not call that foul on this end?
And then a quick foul on Liggett. And Liggett's going to walk down for free throws. It was a little bit of a low pass on the baseline. It was almost like a little tap pass down low to Wilson in the middle, who goes up. And I was blocked from Coach Judd because I couldn't see it. We'll get a shot of the replay here. There's the low pass I was referring to.
Right here.
Touch pass on the bounce.
He landed on him.
He left his feet.
That's just as much that Sang was the beneficiary of that same call on the other end when Wade Miller hit him in the back.
Nothing you can do about it. Got to play on. But
yeah,
this last 3 minutes has certainly been hard to swallow.
I tell you, there's been
Coach Judkins, because they haven't had any good looks. Careless with the basketball. A lot of offensive rebounds. Thunderwolves closing in on putting this game away. Lead back up to 10.
Liggett will make both free throws. It's a 10-point game. I'll tell you what, though. Over the first 5 games of RMAC play, there's been some eyebrow-raising officiating decisions. Chatwin inside. And then the slightest of touches, and they'll get the whistle this time.
Chatwin, though, should have went up right away, but knowing the 7-footer's coming, he kind of wanted to gauge if he was going to leap with him, and then he went to the left hand and then drew the foul. I'm impressed with Chatwin tonight.
Yeah, he's had a great game tonight.
14 points. The junior from Mesa, transfer from St. Martin's.
First free throw up and good.
Got 15, that's a game high.
Wind it back to kind of a funny comment made earlier in the week at the Dixie State Trailblazer Club brunch the other day. It was they do it once a quarter where they, all the coaches give an update, and Coach Judkins was giving his update, and he made a joke as Cameron gets set for the free throw. He makes it. Dixie State going to take a timeout. We'll keep it right here. They'll give me a chance to finish that story. Chatwin with 16. As Coach Judkins was finishing his statement, he said, JD, we've kind of been following what your team was done in each of these conference games. Every time you guys lose, we lose. We need you to start winning some games. And Dixie State women's team had a lead and then lost it at the end, and they lost. And right now it's looking like Dixie State men's team is going to lose also, and that really kind of has been in these doubleheaders. The two teams have been kind of following suit, playing kind of similarly like one another.
Yeah, right now with the minute to go, you've got to go hard for the trap. Don't get it. You got to reach in, try to get a poke away. You can't, then you got to foul. You can't go long without fouling here. You got to make the Thunderwolves at least make 4 or 6 more free throws this last minute, especially if you can answer with quick buckets offensively. The defense has been ratcheted up by Pueblo here down the stretch too, and they are winning the rebounding margin 42-26 tonight.
Inbound pass to Carroll, and they almost had a steal and it got through the legs.
Now you got a foul.
And Cameron Chatwin going to give Gilbert a little slap on the backside, and that'll pick up the foul for him and send Gilbert back to the free throw line. But that's definitely not the guy you want at the stripe tonight. Gilbert has missed a couple, but he's 4 of 6. 54.9 seconds remaining. Dixie State trailing by 8, 70-62, and he missed it.
Definitely a solid guard, though, Gilbert. I like the floor game. Only 3 of 8 from the field.
Coach Ralph Turner going to play some offense-defense with Harvey Barr.
I would, too.
Yeah. He's not a good free throw shooter.
But at this point in time, you really need the triple anyway. But then you've got the defensive rebounding with the size, so a smart move regardless.
Gilbert will make the second. It's a 9-point lead. Pagankoff leaves for Wilson. Floater in the lane, yes. Dixie State will take his last timeout. Drop some defense.
Yeah, never quit. Juddy's teams will never quit. They run the weave, the handoff, then they get it to Wilson. Little floater middle of the key, the soft touch. And for Wilson, 10 points, another Trailblazer into double figures. Wilson's in double figures. Agent Koff's in double figures. Conway's got 13. Chatwin's got the 16, a team high. Oldham leads all scorers for Pueblo with 21. 7 of 15 for the floor, 3 of 7 from downtown. He's a rebound away from a double-double. He's got 9 rips and only 1 turnover. And we were doing our Mountain America Credit Union Geese in the games, and that's the guy that I was spotlighting that you got to take away tonight, especially with some guys out. If you join us late, this team has a couple players missing this game. But you wouldn't know it. They came in here on the road. Tough place to play. The Burns Arena, historically, we've seen it over the years in the Pac-West. This is the first taste for a lot of these RMAC teams. And it will get fuller and it will go louder as the new year approaches.
It's always been a tough draw. Decent crowd here tonight, considering it's pre-holiday.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Probably close to 1,600, maybe 1,500, 1,600.
Oldham will bounce in. Ball is tapped out of bounds by Pagankoff. They're going to put 29 down on the shot clock, because if a second ran off on the game clock, then second should have ticked off. And internally, a few tenths of a second came off the shot clock. It just doesn't show. Oldham bounces to Gilbert, and they foul. Almost didn't call the foul. 45.2 seconds remaining.
Third personal. At the line.
They got to earn it from the stripe now.
Gilbert back to the line. He split on his last trip to the stripe.
Bubba was a little slow to get to the corner to get to Gilbert to trap him in the backcourt. Once he gets going, he's got that speedy dribble.
13 for Tyson Gilbert. Credit CSU Pueblo. They've bounced back from a heartbreaking loss last night in Salt Lake City.
Well, they're doing what a lot of teams in the conference are doing. Hey, no worse than a split.
On the road.
You lose that first one. You're desperate for that win to get that split.
Wilson, deep 3 left winging, airballed it. Chatwin trying to save it in, but that might just about do it. It's a 9-point game. Dason Youngblood going to check in for Conway.
Last year, the conference champ was 18 wins, 4 losses. Dixie State was 2-2 heading into tonight. So somebody's going to make a run, but a lot of parity in this conference. Nobody's running away with it, going undefeated or anything crazy like that.
Pueblo going to take the timeout. 73-64. 38.4 seconds remaining. And Trailblazers down by 9, looking like they're going to drop this one. Take a look at
shoot it great.
Yeah.
41% from the field tonight, 31% from downtown. Only got to the line 12 times so far tonight. Pueblo all of a sudden, now late in the game, Dixie State's happy to put them on the line, but they're 21 to 28. I mean, Dixie State's made 9. They've got 21. That's a big advantage at the stripe when you can have 13 more points than your opponent.
How's this for a number? Dixie State's been whistled for 23 fouls tonight. That number is a few ahead of where it should be because they've been fouling now. 23 fouls whistled against Dixie State, just 12 total fouls whistled against Pueblo. 73-64, Trailblazers trailing by 9. It would take a miracle at this point. CSU Pueblo has executed the game plan they wanted to, exactly. Here's Sang, and he's fouled.
Might have traveled trying to get out of that trap. I thought that was a pretty good trap, but late call on the Trailblazers again. There's number 24.
His 4th. Wade Miller going to check back in. Take a look ahead at what Dixie State has on the schedule from here on out. This is it for conference play until after the new year. But they will go. They turn right around. They're going up to Washington State and St. Martin's to take on. To take on St. Martin's on Tuesday, and then they'll break for the Christmas break. Sang makes both. Pass into Pagankoff. Wade Miller, left elbow jumper, no. Tap back out. Oldham has got it, and he'll lay it up and in transition.
That'll do it.
Yep.
Oldham's been great tonight.
And a foul going to be called against Gavin Liggett. His 4th. That was a very late whistle.
You mentioned the schedule. Then what is it, December 30th, Wyoming? One of the big,
December
big
29th.
matchups.
They'll head up to Wyoming for an exhibition.
Great opportunity.
They're driving it up there. It's going to be a long drive up to Laramie. But it'll be a good opportunity. I mean, every once in a while, you play those D1s typically, preseason. I think it'll be good for Dixie State to go up and play a quality opponent during the break. And then they'll be back to conference play on January 4th and 5th. They'll head over to Colorado Springs first for UC Colorado Springs. Chatwin makes both free throws. And then they will play at Colorado School of Mines, who was, I believe, in the Elite 8 last year of Division II. This one's over. CSU Pueblo should dribble it out. 77-67. NC State going to get swept in the doubleheader tonight. Frustrating night inside the Burns Arena. And I think if you looked at the two opponents, I mean, people probably don't really want to hear this. If you looked at the two opponents that were on the schedule this weekend, I thought, you looked at it, you wanted both. But with Highlands coming in, you just didn't know what you were going to get last night. You probably thought maybe you'd get a split anyway. You get the win last night, and I think that's what makes tonight feel all the more frustrating, is that they played so well last night and just were not able to duplicate that effort tonight.
Yeah, I mean, just didn't shoot it great. You were right there down the stretch, and there was just too many offensive rebounds, too many second chance buckets, and then the 3-ball really didn't drop. Maybe a season high in 3 points attempt. I mean,
yeah, it could be.
Yeah, shot 27, 28 of them. I mean, a high number from downtown tonight, and they just didn't fall. Just didn't drop. No, actually, you only sit 22. I was thinking it was a few.
That's still a game high though, or the season high.
Is it?
They hadn't hit 20 yet this season.
Yeah.
So, yep.
7 to 22 though. I mean, and not a terrible number, but not enough.
No,
66 points is not going to win you a lot of games in this conference, though. The run and gun style.
Yeah.
And Pueblo puts up 77, and that's just a nice road win for this team that has been struggling a little bit.
It's Pueblo's first conference win of the season. So CSU Pueblo comes into a tough place to play and gets the win, and that's the mantra inside the RMAC. Like you said, you try to play for those, at least the splits on the road, and Pueblo, is going to go home thinking they should have had both wins on this trip, but they'll take the split, and this is one of the toughest trips in the RMAC too. for a lot of schools, the initial trip will be as far away as they go from home.
4 hours
ever.
from Westminster down here.
And then they got to make the 4-hour trip between St. George and Salt Lake City, whichever direction they're going. So this is one of the toughest trips in the RMAC, and Pueblo comes in and gets a big win tonight. So credit to CSU Pueblo tonight for coming in and getting it done.
I'll tell you, though, bright spot and maybe some more minutes earned for Cameron Chatwin. 18 points, 4 of 5 from the field. You never want to, talk about a loss, but I'm sure Juddy will be pleased. I'm sure they'll go look at the film. He gave a lot of energy tonight, regardless of the points. He was very active. Wasn't intimidated by the length. I felt like some of the guard line seemed intimidated by Harvey Barr. We'll get Juddy's comments on the big man and what he wanted his guys to do as far as attacking the 7-1 center of the Thunderwolves. But 4 guys in double figures. Wilson had 10. Pagenkov had 11. Conway had 13. He's been kind of Mr. Consistent, but wasn't meant to. Wade Miller struggled tonight, Carrick, and you needed his three-point shooting because you had a lot of kickouts, you had a lot of extra passes against this defense, and he goes 1 of 10 from the field tonight. Not one of his better performances from the field.
And that was, I keep saying this, that was his first shot attempt of the night.
Got the start.
Hit his first 3. You're thinking, okay, he's going to do just like he did last night, and then he couldn't knock any in after that. Tough one tonight, but lots more basketball we played this season. They'll try to bounce back. At least they don't have to go into the. I think it's great they have that St. Martin's game now on Tuesday. Maybe if you win this game, you're thinking, man, it might actually not be too bad to get some guys healthy.
Yeah.
But since I think they played the way they did tonight, I think they're going to look at this as an opportunity. It's a non-conference game to be able to go up and try to right some things on Tuesday.
And a guy they were missing, Austin Montgomery, tonight. I mean, he's been battling some injuries. We think he's going to be available. He's played a few games in some spot minutes, but he gives you a little bit more size. They could have used some spurts from him against Harvey Barr tonight, but Montgomery missed him in this. I mean, I don't know his status. Do you, Carrick? Exactly. He's getting closer. Maybe when conference play picks up after the first of the year.
We'll see what happens after. He's just being plagued by some persistent things that he's been dealing with for a while, and it's his last year. He's a senior,
right?
So he doesn't have any eligibility after this year. So, you'd love to see him be able to get out and play this season.